Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor and today I want to share with you a couple YA books that I won't ever be picking up to read. Now, a wee disclaimer at the start of this, these books are on this list not because I dislike them, not because they're bad books, not because I'm not recommending them to you, not because I'm just bashing on them. These are just books that once I've read more about them, I've seen other people's reviews, I know they're not for me, and I just wanted to explain that to you, and maybe you'll learn a bit more about what I like to read, and it'll help you understand what kind of book recommendations you can find on my channel. The first book on this list is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Now, this book was out a couple of years ago. It's one of the latest books by John Green, who's a very popular contemporary writer for young adult fiction. Now, I used to love John Green. I used to watch his YouTube channel with his brother and I used to absolutely love it, and I actually pre-ordered The Fault in Our Stars when it came out, and I've got a signed copy myself, so I did really enjoy his writing when I was very young. But I'm a lot older now, and contemporary fiction isn't something I really like to read in any form, young adult or adult alike. It's just not for me, so that's why Turtles All the Way Down is on this list. It's just not a book I'll ever be picking up, and I doubt I'll pick up any other John Green books again. They're just not what I like to read. The next book on this list is The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. Now, I know this is a very popular book, and Ruta Sepetys is much loved because I think are The Salt to the Sea, very much loved books. I, however, don't like reading historical fiction, and that's what this book is. I think it's set in 1950s Spain, and it's a historical romance story, so it's all things I don't really like reading. I have read a couple of historical novels, but they've had huge fantastical or science fiction elements, or supernatural. There's always something going on other than the historical setting, along with like romance. It's just something I found over the years of reading that it's just not a kind of genre I enjoy reading. But that's no way me saying that you shouldn't read it. If you like historical fiction, I would recommend it because a lot of people I love here on BookTube really love these books. And the next book is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. At first I thought I would maybe be interested in reading this because it's a loose Cinderella retelling, and it's about like fandom culture, and yeah, I just thought it would be something that would be right up my street. But it's contemporary, it's a very loose retelling, so it's not one that would maybe be something that I would enjoy, because I really like quite quirky and unusual retellings, and usually horror or like quite dark retellings for fantasy, for fairy tales. And this is also like a contemporary romance mixed in with the fandom stuff, and I found that I don't really like reading about like fandom culture or like famous people or things like that. It's just not something I really enjoy reading about either. The next book on this list is Sadie by Courtney. Now, I thought this would be something again that I might be quite like, because I like books with slightly unusual formats, and I believe this is told via a podcast, and people always recommend that you listen to the audiobook for this book because it does it justice, because it sounds like you're listening to a podcast in story form. But it is a contemporary mystery story, and again, isn't something I really pick up. I've read a couple of mysteries and I've liked a few. I'm very picky, and it's not really something that I majorly pick up when I'm reading. And the last book on this list isn't really a book, it's an author in particular, and this is not a bash on this author. I know people love to read her books and hate review them. I've never read any of her books, I don't plan on reading any books, and I don't hate her, and I would not recommend these books to you. I just know from my experience and my reading history that where I am right now, the age I am, these books would not be for me. And the author is Sarah J. Maas. She writes not historical, can't talk. She writes fantasy romance series, and they're very big and epic fantasy romance series. And I love fantasy. I think fantasy is great, but it's the romance aspect. They're mostly very heavily, the focal point is the romance in the story. And if I'd maybe picked up this series when I was a younger reader and I was going through my vampire obsession, my big phase of reading supernatural books, maybe I would have loved her writing in her books then, and I would still be able to read them now because I fell in love with her as a younger reader. But I never picked up any of her books when I was younger, and now at someone who's in their middle 20s, it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to pick up her books, and I wouldn't want to pick up something knowing that I wouldn't like it. I feel like that's a waste of everyone's time, and I would always just put down a book I'm not enjoying. So yes, so take what I've said with a pinch of salt. I'm not bashing on these books or these writers. If you think any of these books are something you would like, I would definitely recommend you read them and maybe you watch some other booktubers and see what they say about them and see if there's something that you would like. I'm just trying to share with you how picky and precise my reading tastes are. So yeah, so I hope you like this video, and I'll maybe do another one in the future of other books that I maybe didn't think I would like going into and I actually ended up really liking. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see that video and I'll get on making it. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!